Kraggles and feral ghouls, and welcome to the continuation of Shoot Some Birds. Missed. There we go. For the continuation of Let's Build a Settlement here at Echo Lake Lumber. And I caught a little bit of flack from one of you, you know who you are, about my sign, and it's blocking the towers here. But it's not. We need to look out this way, not that way. See, the sign is fine. But I might move it anyway. Yeah, in the previous episode, I was just moving it around just to get it away from there and to center it, and then at a later date decide what the heck I'm going to do with it, because I do kind of want to keep it. But, where it is, like, it's kind of pointless. Ugh, it gets dark. I hate that. Really don't know why only here in Bahaba that happens. But anyway. Yeah, because, you know, I want to kind of incorporate the entryway with this sign, and I don't know if I can shrink this. Let me see. Can I shrink it? Oh, I can! Fantastical. Alright, we're gonna... a little playing around here. Of course, now the bird's gonna land on something that doesn't exist, so we're gonna scrap the bird and just get rid of the darn thing. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna move it to this side. And now, yes, now it is legit blocking the view, but we're not done yet. That was my comment to said person too, is that I'm not finished. Now, can we even get under this? Sweet. But of course, I need to put like some sort of big honkin' door here, and I do have some plans. And the sign actually might kind of muck things up a bit. But we'll figure it out. You and I together. Get rid of some of this junk too. There we go. All these bushes and trees. We don't want no squirrels hiding so they can jump out and attack us. It's better. Tires too. Oh, the bird poop! You guys ever heard of a toilet? Come on, we're gonna leave that because that's creepy. Alrighty. So we got a couple options. Let's see if we can move this up and over. And now that I've shrunk it so that it fits, it doesn't exactly work. But that's okay. We can add some extra legs to it once we get it where we want it. Right about there. Actually, I kind of like that. So we're going to keep that and give me my saw. I didn't forget this guy. We're going to put it right back, right in there. Not even close. So hard to tell sometimes with these things. Sweet, yeah, some punk kids are over here messing about. Perfect, that is actually perfect. Cool. Alright, so, I'm gonna try to sort of repeat what I'm doing at Egret Tours Marina, which of course you wouldn't have any clue what the fudge I'm talking about. Because, we haven't gotten there yet. I'm still in the process of building that, as well as another build at, is this just a boat that's been flattened? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, the swamp place. That's all I can remember off the top of my head. You know what I'm talking about. You've been there. The construction site, full name just completely escapes me because I am not awake yet. It is first thing in the morning, and I'm getting to this because I have a lot to do. Okay. Yeah, look at this. We're even going to use this guy, too, because it just works. And I might change out the towers, because I might want to do a little crissy-crossy thingy here. Alright, so we're just going to plop this guy down, and then we're going to open it up. Actually, before we even do that, now that I'm looking at it, maybe we don't yet want to do that. Oh, wait, no, yeah, we do. Okay, duh. Yeah, see, now it goes way the heck down there. So now we can pick it up and adjust it properly. Get this bad boy up here. And drop you in there, I think. And then let's check our height. Okay. then we also got to figure out where we're going to put this, because I want to kind of, like I said, maybe build a bridge across here. So let's move this into the sign itself. I think that might work. Let's check our straightness here. Ooh, we are way into there. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that looks pretty straight. Might be off just a, oh yeah, just a smidgen. Alright, hang on. Nice. How are we doing height-wise? I'm just gonna bump it up like so. Make our lives a little simpler so we don't accidentally work it. Okay. These doors. Of course, we're gonna have to biggest size our doors, or build around them. Okay, cool. We're way up there. We do want them to open up. Now, traditionally, I don't know if castles have this thing front or the back. Not really 100% sure on that. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and close that, and then let's get this downtown where it needs to be. I'll just go ahead and get the booping. We get it to where we want it. Yeah, right about there. I know it's not 100% perfect. I might actually get rid of this section because it is kind of mucking things up. So, you know, let's go ahead and save, and then let's see what happens, what it looks like when we take that bit out. Okay. New little something something I'm working on. I am not telling you anything other than what you see there. So, let the guesses begin. So let's go ahead and do a new S.C.R.A.P. Let's come in and take this bad boy out. Looks like it's just that section. Not really that big of a deal. Does kind of make this look a little weird, but we can always do something like that. That looks so much better, actually. This guy, do we want to remove that one as well? Oh, we got some debris there. Let's see. How's that look? It is kind of off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that should be pointed more that way. It's like the curb was way over here. This is just like, you know, yeah, like, should be like that, but on the angle that it was until I disturbed it. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that, which I probably should have kept. You know what, we're gonna just get rid of that piece and that piece. There we go. We'll keep all the rest of it. Okay. Now that we have that, we need some stuff. We're gonna go back into here, and we're gonna play around in here for a second. I know there's some neat walls. Yeah, these guys, but it's not exactly gonna work. So I might have to do what I did elsewhere. Let's see. Depends on neat walls. Yeah. They do kind of want like a specific look here. And do I want to keep that distance too? You know what? I think we kind of do. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and leave that. And ooh, I probably got to get rid of these power lines because, yeah, they're like going right through everything. I don't think we really necessarily need them. But we'll worry about that later. I did find something really cool, but I don't remember where or if it'll work. So in the meantime, let's... that guy. Let's kill that one. Put that one in its place. Actually, gotta bring that back. Ooh, that's... yeah. That mucks things up. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the same over here. And... yeah, okay. Maybe not. I might just have to, like, work it. Okay, we have some bridges in here, too. Not that. Got that one, but that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, this dude here. So as you can see, yeah, we are a little twisted. There we go. Let's go off of that guy there. Yeah, that's not too bad, actually. Just a little work in here. So let's go ahead and do that on that side, and then maybe we'll kind of adjust this guy just a little to make it look a little less silly. Not bad, not bad. I know it's off a little, but you know, can't all be perfect like I am. Okay, now we've got that. Now, yes, these guys here are floating in the midst of the air. So we'll have to take care of that as well. I guess we'll start with that. So let's go into here and here. And the miscellaneous can pick up some of these bad boys. There we go. Like that guy there. Let's see if we can make this torque for us. Put this, that. Then we can come around here. Nice. And we need there we go. Something like that. See, you doubted me. Like, Spooner, what are you doing, man? Lost it. I say, I never had it. Nice. Cool. Oh yeah, I gotta see here if I have a color matched one. Oof, of course I don't. Huh. We'll have to work on that. I used to. I think I'll have to see if I can get that mod back to do that. Okay. Now, what else? Let me look in here real quick. Might do something like so. Let's see. Of course, this kind of defeats the purpose because it puts a lot of support out here where people can just knock the darn thing down. We're just going to play around for a second. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I will take that out. We'll put like an upper support going across here. That's not such a bad idea. Let's zip around. And back to this guy here. Yeah, there we go. Put that in place for the moment. Let me try to finagle it. Make it look like it's actually doing something. Hey, not bad. Alright, how about we're standing up here? Can we actually see anything? Yes and no. We got a lot of stuff blocking our view, and I am actually going to put a little fencing across here. But I mean, it's not necessary. Like, you got sight from here, sight from here. Of course, now that's taking up quite a bit. I might have gotten myself into trouble by putting that sign there. But that's okay. We can make it work. Alright, let's do another save real fast. Do a new one. Just in case I decide to go all the way back. And... oh! Now that I'm even looking at this, like, this thing is way the fudge out here. It's, like, not gonna do anything. Huh. Oh, it's because the old tower's stuck out here, and I planned everything off that. Yeah, because look, see how far out this is now, too? Whoops! Okay. We can fix that, I think. I'm trying to think on how the heck I did it on the other one. I must have put this all the way on the inside on the back. So, yeah, we gotta undo all this. So, you know what? Let me see, how far back am I on the load? That's actually probably better. So let's go ahead and start here. Oh, see? I worked myself right into a corner. Now you guys get to see a load screen. There we go. Okay. Sign, too. That's what I was looking at before. Okay, well. Whoa! Okay. Well, we're just gonna stick you there, because everything's all mucked up. Alright, let's try that again. Master plan. Towers. Want that guy. Am I snapping turned off? I must. Let's see, what other ones do we have? We've got the corner one. Got this guy, which is pretty neat. I haven't used this one anywhere yet. It's not going to work for us here, because that's just going to leave all of that, like, opened. And we don't want that. So let me turn my snapping back on. Get that going. Rah, get up in the air here. Perfecto. Okay, get rid of that dude. And that guy. Right. Oh, actually, no. What am I doing? Just do that, and that makes it all work. Big dummy. That was all I had to do. Oh, look at that. All this other stuff's already still here. I didn't even really notice that. What a dum-dum. Alright. Well, it's also going to kind of change our... Get out of here. Our setup, too. Alright. Well, yeah, I got to take this out, too. And let's go back and get rid of these things. We don't need that. We don't need that. That I'll leave. You get out of here. As well as that. Okay. Now, let's come back in and let's put our bridge in and let's work off of that. Okay. Stick that there for the moment. And we'll move it on over like so. Perfecto. Now our door is a little wonky. That's no problem. We can just do. Little love taps. Okay, and then you know what? Let's put in the railing. I want that. Or I want something like these. That doesn't really give you much protection, so we're going to go full on with this guy. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get that situated. Oh, really? Okay, we're going to have to do a partial. That just looks terrible. Hang on. We're going to scoot you way the heck on over. Yeah, roughly about there. Okay, and then we'll drop you down just to offset that texture. Cool. Okay, now we can probably dip this down, rest it on there. This will look, I think, a little better in the long run. Just like that, and then we'll just put out some simple supports going out that way. Okay, this is getting much better. We only had to drop that down just a hair. Cool, and then we'll work on filling all that in after we do this. Of course, I never did change the angle on any of this. It looks kind of funny. Alright, let's twerk this guy just a smidgen. Just to make our entryway look a little more professional, like I kind of know what I'm doing when I really have no clue. Awesome. Bring that back just a little too. Let's see, how's our gate looking? Let's go ahead and put this bad boy down. Oh, that's like perfect. Goes right into the dirt a little bit, but that's fine. Kind of wanted to do that. Now, do we have room to move that back? Okay. Now let's do a new save. We're going to overwrite that guy. We're just going to live dangerously, people. Let's go ahead and... Oh, no, we're just twerking it like so. Just a little, there we go. And then we got to come over, I think, a little bit. Might change that and just lift that up. Maybe. Alright, let's see how that looks. If we come up and over our things there and try to actually, like, incorporate this into the towers. Oh, geez. The spacing is just off a little. Okay, what if we make you one size smaller? Let's try that. That in. Let's see, that kind of interferes with the lower bit of the sign. Let's... Where we go higher. Still out there. It's not too bad. Maybe we can move these towers over just a smidge to try to incorporate this a little better. It was 30 minutes of me trying to adjust a sign here. And it looks crooked. Oh, it's terrible. How does that look, actually? Let's come back here. Ooh, outside. Hang on. Turn that off so we can kind of zip on down and have a look-see. I don't know. I don't think it's all that bad. I think we're just kind of... Or I should say. I'm just kind of beating myself up over nothing. Alright, so now that we have that, let's go back into here and here. Over here. And let's try building our support like that. Perfect. Except we're going to go with the gray one. It matches a little better. So we'll bring that up. Like so. Excelente. It gives us a bit more of view. For the person who complained, you know who you are. Will not name names. Dwarf! Sorry, dwarf. Sorry. Clear my throat. We could do this and go with two completely different colors. Or we can just really just cover that bad boy up. Go with the gray one. So let's try that. Nice. Get this all up in here. Like so. Completely hide that pole. Bring that straight down. Let's turn our snapping back on. There you are. So. Okay, I think I like that idea a little better. Let's go ahead and make this guy. Bring this on over. Hide that pole. Terribly, apparently. Oh, jeez, wrong one. There we go. Now I managed to do that. Yep. Okay, let's get that straight as we possibly can. And then we gotta make sure it's the same height. Otherwise, it's gonna look silly. And that one, and that one. Maybe one more. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, come on and throw that in there. Throw that in there. Of course, now, what do we do with this guy? We'll have to find someplace else to stick it. Maybe some bad guy's been trying to hack away. We'll just stick this in here anyway. Like that. He came over here trying to cut down the whole entryway, and they just shot him. Get out on. I think that looks better, so let's just move this. Whoops. Let's move the tower, just to get that roof out of there. That looks better, I think. Let's just continue on with that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take those wires out. Okay, that looks so much better. Cool! Alright, now we got the gaps on the sides that we gotta take care of. And let's see, what do we want to do? So one of the things that I did, because there's going to be a tour coming up once I finish it for Eager Tours, is I did kind of a very similar setup for my entryway here. And I wanted a very specific look. And so one of the things I incorporated was some lattice work. This way it looks cool, it fills it in, but yet it's still visible. Where the heck is it? It's not under there. Let's check decorations. Usually, construction and something. Got some cool stuff in here. I'm probably going to be incorporating a lot of this as well, because this is a lumber place, and we're going to want some construction-related decorations. There we go. There it is. Now you can see what I'm talking about. You have this, like, ability to block it off, but still be visible. And I put in all kinds of different layers to give us, whatchamacallit, protection. So we're going to start with these guys here, and, oh, actually, let's bring that, y'all. We're going to have to actually put some posts. So actually, before we do that, let's just get these out here so we have them. Let's just make a couple of these. And then let's go ahead and get some support for in here. And actually, let's figure out what to do with our door, too. Let's take the door. Yes, perfect. Just kick it back a notch so that it's incorporated into all of this, and it doesn't pop in here. It does not. Excellent. Now it looks like we are doing something here. Okay. Way back over here, master plan. Yes, back into here, and do the same thing. Let's just put this in place for the moment, and let's put this. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and put this up. No, that's the wrong button, you dummy. No. Okay. Because we want this to kind of like guide it too the whole time, I would think. So what if we go like way up here like so? Bruh. That's not too bad actually. That somewhere around there, I think. Okay, now let's see how this looks if we connect these. Whoa, no, I don't want that. This guy. We're snapping. I turned off some dummy. Perfect. Whoa. Oh, wait, no, because I'm looking at two different doors here. You got nothing. I don't. I'm just out of my mind. Okay, let's come up here. So this way we can make sure this is even Steven. We're actually going to just a smidge. Oh, not that much. Let's do that. Let's dip it down. Let's see how far down are we. Okay, we gotta go way down. Way downtown. Yeah, one more. Okay. Now let's see if we got that lined up here. Not bad at all. I think I'm gonna loop this over a few. Nice. Right about there. Let's just play with that for a second. That's fine. Okay. We'll just leave that one where it is. Dip that down. Did that go to the right thing? It did. Sweet! Nice! Now it actually has like, it looks like it has a, I don't know, a channel for it to zip in and out of. And then that gives us this to come into. So let's go ahead and put that just inside there like that. Cool. I'll do the same thing over here. Nope, don't turn off my snapping. Now we gotta make sure that these guys are even. Have any line of sight? Not really. So we'll just have to kind of airball it. Let's see. So this one down here at the ground. One looks way higher. So let's go ahead and... Oh, yeah, I got that. Okay. That looks pretty even. Maybe. It's so hard to tell because of the ground sloping like that, but we're kind of going off of a line up here. So let's see. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. And then we're going to fill in the bottom down here with like some plates or something. And I don't think we necessarily need to keep this going all the way up. Maybe we'll see if I can find a way to stick some Barbie wire up there. Okay. Now we need to cover the bottoms. And I've been doing all this wood. Now we're going to maybe throw some metal in there. We're going to come over to the Kuru tab. There we go. Nope, there it is. Wood, metal, corrugated, my favorite. Let's go with some black. Nice. This is not the exact design that I did over at Egret Tours, but I'm just borrowing some of the ideas from it. Nice. Look how cool that is. Let's throw this guy in here. I have no idea about our heights yet. Again, I want to try to keep this looking as even as possible, but we have to be able to see through there as well. And let's see how is that one doing. Okay. So maybe we'll bring this one up. And I might see if I can throw like some sort of ground in there to cover that hole a little better. Okay, this has got to go up. Let's just boop it. Let's see. Oh, too far. Yeah, I think that looks pretty even. Again, it looks really difficult because this is a wider, or I should say that's a wider gap. This one's this way, and this is all mucked up, but that's okay. We're having fun. And if you don't like it, well, I don't know. Go eat a fluffernutter sandwich or something. Okay. So let's do a quick survey. Yeah, to heck with it. Live dangerously. Now, I'm going to see if I can throw in some gravel here. I'm going to Kraggles, and we want gravel. We'll go ahead and stick something like this guy in here. And of course, yeah, we'll have to incorporate it to make it look a little more like it actually belongs. The point of it is to try and, there we go, try to fill that in. That actually looks pretty darn good from this angle. Cool. So it's all about this side that we need to focus on to make it work. So we're going to get, yeah, some angly pieces, not that one, not that one, these dudes. I'll just kind of place these in and around. We do have the corner pieces, duh. Let's go ahead and throw that one in there. We'll work it around. And these, actually, we'll throw maybe some grass lump stuff. Let's just go ahead and do something like so. Get that as mixed in as possible. What else we got? That guy. Right, do we have a... That'll work better. Maybe not. Such a funky angle to work with here. No, that's good enough. We're going to throw in some grassy mounds. So let's go into Snappy. And landscape. Grassy mounds. And we got some gravel in here, I think. Oh, we don't! Is it like some of this garbage? Okay, well, I know we have it in, I think, CVC. Where's CVC? Where are you hiding? There you are. Building... Oh, did I miss it? Oh, no. Yeah, it's over here in Deadlands. Duh. Grass and leaves. Maybe. That might help hide some stuff. Let's throw some of this junk in y'all. Of course, this is a very well-traveled path, so you wouldn't really think there'd be that much here. But, we can throw like a bunch of stuff in here. Off on the side where it won't make much of a difference. The same over here, I suppose. But what I'm really after And they're like, where's my really small grassy ones? There we go. There we go. That's the stuff. Look at that. Throw a little of that in there. We'll work that around. Got some of the grass if I can grab some of them. Doesn't look like I can. Oh well. Throw this guy in here. Probably doing way too much for just one little tiny area, but that's okay. Now let's just throw this guy in here just to kind of keep this even Steven. Now I'm really hating that the grass is there. Oh, there we go. Take out some of that. This guy in. No, maybe not. I really wish there's like some without the grass, you know? I don't know. I think that looks fine. I'm just overthinking it. Let's see. Actually, let's something like that. There we go. I think that looks a little better. Oh, opens the doors. Nice. Looks good from this angle. Close that. We can close that. Boom! Ain't nobody getting in there. Alright. And I know I gotta put some supports up there, but we're out of time, so I'm just gonna try doing something really quickly. If I can find exactly what I'm looking for. Where am I going? Back over here. USO. Nope. Trunk, wood, air, chain. No, I had some really good fence with some barbed wire on it, but I don't know what happened to it. I suppose I could use something like that. Nope. Police barrier, security fence, definitely not. Some sandbags. I'm gonna incorporate that at some point. Tire, old stone, Jersey, Covenant, chain link. Chain link could also work here too, but to me it's a bit problematic to use, and I didn't think it looked as neat as the wood lattice, so that's why I didn't use that. You know, I suppose I could just like stick some wire up here. Not as good as the chain link. Or, the barbed wire stuff I'm thinking of. You know what? Let's check our regular fencing. Maybe it's still up in here. Junk. No, because that's all we got in here. Alright. Oh, that's fine. We'll figure it out for next time. And, we'll stick something with some nice Barbie wire in there. But there we go. Look at that. We got ourselves an official entryway. Love it. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. I thank you all so much for watching. You guys are awesome, even when you pick on me for the most silliest of things, like a sign being out of whack and whatnot, but that's okay. I don't hold grudges. We're going to make some clear weather here, so we can actually see what this looks like. Nice. Much, much prettier. Let's go ahead and actually turn everything off, and we can actually come on up here and have a good look-see. Cool! I like it. Oh no. Just from that angle, it looks kind of funky. Sweet. Alright, that's gonna do it. I promise this is the end this time. Next time we come back, I'll see if I can find the little fences with the barbed wire that I'm thinking of. If not, we'll figure out something else to put in there. And then we'll continue on. Now that we have an entryway, we can actually start focusing on some other stuff and building some buildings and filling some stuff in and whatnot. Really get this bad boy up and running. If you guys got any ideas, anything you want to see me put in here, Besides chickens, which I don't think I have chickens anymore. Or if I do, I don't remember where they are, so don't ask for chickens because you're not going to get chickens. I might be able to throw a wooden hot tub in here. That'd be kind of cool. I know you guys like your hot tubs. Either way, got ideas, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.